Welcome back, folks. Fred Dreyer along with Jennifer Horn here. I looked at the Drudge Report this morning, and I see that Brazil has taken over the sixth largest economy in the world from Great Britain.
Interesting. It's those bathing suits that they wear in Brazil.
Oh, it's Ipanema Beach. You know, if you've been to?
I've never been there. No.
Geez.
Is it amazing?
Yeah, I was there a couple times, and the one thing that I really remember is how beautiful all of the women were.
Oh, I've never seen an ugly Brazilian ever.
All of them.
They always have the longest legs ever and long hair and just you never see an ugly one.
Even some of the guys, anyway.
They were like hot, like Newt Gingrich hot.
No, they can't. They're born sexy.
Exactly. They just can't help themselves.
Yeah, they can't help themselves.
No. And now they have money. What are we going to do?
And now they have money.
They have it all.
But you know, the economic 1 through 5 is this: United States is first.
Okay.
You know,
for now.
Amazingly so. But
right.
that's going to go into the cul-de-sac next year. China's number 2. Japan is number 3. And they're having problems.
They are.
They've had problems. They've had problems for the last 10 years because they're in the same cul-de-sac as we are.
Now, are they having trouble with China too? Is that what's taking?
Well, they never corrected their collapse 10 years ago.
Right.
You know, they're still trying to spend their way out of it. You know,
because to just think about how mighty Japan was strong so strong, and now seeing them creep down that list, interesting.
Yeah, I love the Toyota, the hatchback. I love the Toyota.
Good cars.
Number 4 is Germany.
Okay,
you know,
a little surprising, but I get it.
They're always strong. You know, when they when they went to the Euro, and they made the disastrous mistake like they're all experiencing right now, and they got rid of their individual currencies.
Yes.
And they went to one currency. That is a recipe for disaster.
Terrible.
And 5th is France. 5th is France.
Also, they had trouble with the euro. That was a big deal.
Yeah, they got a problem now. And as soon as they get rid of Sarkozy, he's asleep. As soon as they get rid of him, he has exactly the same problem Obama has right now, and they're not going to get out of it. You know, the French, they're on their Champs-Élysées,
right.
Having cappuccinos while the
Croissant.
country's seeking. And as long as the Eiffel Tower is still there.
And beautiful, yes.
They say, well, it's still there, so we're fine. Well,
right.
That's not necessarily so, We used to feel that way about our Twin Towers. And number 6 was Great Britain.
Interesting, but Brazil took over.
That's right. Brazil's taken over. Now, what's interesting is that Brazil is not only an alternative fuel country. They believe very much in biofuels.
Right.
Okay. They do. But they're also independent. They also drill for oil, and all of the oil rigs that were in the Gulf of Mexico when this president of ours, Barry Obama, decided that oil was bad. See what I mean? See how bad oil is, and see how bad oil companies are, and see how bad people who work for oil companies are.
Evil.
And look at these oil rigs. We got to get them out. They're an eyesore. They're polluting our Gulf. Let's get rid of them. So what happens? South Americans came in and said, we'll take those oil rigs. They went down there, and now they're drilling.
Drill, baby, drill, and now they're doing well. Yeah.
They're now drilling, and guess who's buying that oil from them?
We are.
We are.
Yep.
Okay. So that stupidity continues, and so the Brazilian economy is on the way up, and what's interesting is that Great Britain has now been overtaken by a South American country. France is next. Germany now is hanging on by a thread. They're the strongest of the EU. Financially, they're the strongest of the EU. And everything that's happening in Europe, Western Europe, with the big 5, France, Germany, Great Britain, Great Britain here, Spain, Italy, Portugal, all of the Western countries are now suffering from the collapse of the euro and from big government. Remember, in Greece, 10 million people, the population of Greece, 4 million work for the government. When you saw those people last year hit the streets, those were government workers.
I had no idea.
Those were government workers who were throwing a tantrum, upset, pissed off at the government for lying to them for the last 45 years.
Right.
Remember, after World War II, everybody had no economy.
Yeah.
So they said, well, let's just go to socialism.
Let's do this.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Look how simple it will. We'll take care of everybody.
Right.
You know, it's FDR. You know, it's what he wanted to do. It's what the progressives, what Wilson wanted to do. You know, and so what you have here is a country that in Greece that has absolutely overpromised and underproduced. People now are being asked to wait. Here's how we can fix this. The people are going to have to sacrifice. We're going to have to do the following. You're going to have to work longer, take shorter vacations. It's not about you anymore. It's about us.
Right.
They refused to do it.
They didn't like that.
They refused to do it. Talk about a tantrum. Well, that entitlement mentality is here. Barack Obama is selling America on the same business model as Europe, and it's failing. This politic, progressive socialism, communism, has failed every place it's been, and the people here, the people running, are not talking about that specifically. They're not saying, don't you people understand? You got to really concise this down for people. You've got to let them know specifically and educate people while you're running for office. And Newt's the only one that's been doing this.
I was going to say, I think he did
He's
a little.
the only one that's
Yeah.
been doing this. And but what's interesting is that you got an opportunity right now to tell people the disaster that's in Europe is coming your way with 4 more years of Obama.
Right.
You either head it off at the pass or you're finished. You know,
Well, we're taking naps and watching reality shows.
while we're taking naps and you know, looking at reality shows and bad movies.
We'll be back at CRN Digital Talk Radio.